Hey yo, what's up, guys? So, today here we go with the second episode of the Chilling Special podcast series, in which the guest is Scott Dykstra, who is the co founder and CTO of Space and Time, which is a verifiable compute decentralized data warehouse, and it's an amazing Chainlink build project, having over 200k followers on Twitter or X. So, I'll be asking some questions related to what they guys are currently doing and how they have integrated Chainlink technology into their product and all. So, without a further ado, let's welcome Scott. Hey, Scott, how are you doing, man?
Great. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Great, great. So, first things first, I think it will be great if you can introduce yourself, including where are you currently based and what are you currently working on.
Yeah, I'm based in Southern California. Kind of spent a lot of time in Florida as well, depending on the time and year. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Space and Time, a decentralized network for delivering ZK proven query results to smart contracts and AI agents across the ecosystem. Been part of the Chainlink family and Chainlink community about as long as you have. We're talking early 2021, I believe. Um, and have received an overwhelming amount of support from Sergey, the executive team at Chainlink,
Oh,
and of course the Link Marines and the Toads. And it's really a wonderful feeling to be part of this awesome community.
okay. Yeah, that's really fascinating to know. And yeah, changing community like is quite supportive as you have mentioned. So like as a space and time is like it's quite an advanced project as of now, having more than 200k followers on Twitter. So it's also growing rapidly and it's really good to see. So if you can just share some idea like behind starting like space and time, like you and Nate. So what you guys have planned and then how you started it.
Yeah, well, it actually a lot of the story began with learning about Chainlink and looking at this incredible network that they had built for delivering price feeds, for delivering cryptographically assured or cryptographically guaranteed data to the chain. And we were thinking, okay, Chainlink is this extremely powerful, extremely required primitive in the Web3 space for allowing smart contracts to get simple aggregated data points like price feeds or stock market information or hex temperature from a sensor from third-party APIs and get that data to smart contracts. And we thought, if we really okay, Chainlink massively expanded the design space for smart contract developers, particularly in DeFi. And if we want to expand that design space even further, what smart contract developers need is a, a cryptographically guaranteed database that has indexed data from every major chain and allows EVM contracts to ask SQL questions, ask queries, ask questions about the activity on their own chain or other chains using SQL, which is a very familiar developer facing language for like
Hmm.
processing data. Again, Chainlink uh, can hit an external API or multiple external APIs or aggregates multiple external pieces of data and provides it to smart contracts. Take that idea just one step further and ZK prove SQL questions about index data that's ZK compatible. So, for example, I'm building, let's say, the next generation of lending on the EVM on Ethereum, for example. And I want my lending protocol to look up your wallet when you go to take out a loan and set and ask the question, have you already paid off some loans on chain? And if so, I'll give you a better borrow rate. That's only fair, right? You've already paid
Yeah,
off 5 loans. You should get a slight discount on your borrow rate, as an example.
makes sense.
Today, smart contracts can't answer that question. So what we built is a cryptographically proven database that can
Hmm.
answer those questions and not break the trustless model of the chain. And we've
Okay.
integrated deeply with Chainlink.
Okay, okay. So actually, I'm asking like what technologies like from Chainlink have you integrated into space and time?
Yeah. I'd love to talk about that. And I'm on hotel Wi-Fi, so I'm doing my best today.
Okay, okay.
Um, yeah. So what we use, we got creative. A lot of our customers want their cryptographically proven query results, like the answers to their smart contracts questions, to be verified on chain. But verifying these proofs on chain is very expensive. So what we did is we used Chainlink as an off-chain, lower cost verifier, where certain clients that are already comfortable using Chainlink, devs that are already using functions or price feeds or keepers or something, right? They can kick off a Chainlink functions job that queries
Oh,
space and time. Space and time returns back the query result in the ZK proof, and the Chainlink Dawn, the decentralized Oracle network, verifies that proof by coming to consensus off chain and then delivering the final already verified query result to a smart contract on chain. Chainlink becomes the Oracle network that delivers space and time's data to all the smart contracts across the EVM. And it's a lot, you save so much money on gas, especially on Ethereum, by doing that, because Chainlink is efficient, right? And
yeah.
so if you're already using Chainlink, you just pay your Chainlink Oracle network to do all the verification. And it's like, you know, 1/1000th of the cost of trying to verify natively on Ethereum and pay for that gas.
Okay. 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 So like, are you guys like also into CCIP as well? Yeah, like actually by accessing some layers of that also, like
Yeah, I
cross-chain
mean,
interoperability protocol.
right.
Yeah.
There's always going to be cross-chain messaging that goes along with that. Like maybe you want the answer delivered to your lending protocol on multiple chains. Maybe your lending protocol is deployed to both Arbitrum and Ethereum, right? And you want
Mm-hmm.
an answer about collateral available deployed to both chains. Think of it this way. We answer the question and we prove that we haven't lied about the answer. But who's going to verify our proof? Of
Mm-hmm.
course, smart contracts on the target chain like Arbitrum or Ethereum, they can verify those proofs, but it's expensive and it's
Yeah.
cumbersome. Chainlink actually offers a better solution as the oracle in the middle to do the verifying in a decentralized way and then deliver the final result to the client contract.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And like it's like really like amazing that you have just explained it. Basically, like any problems or challenges that you guys have faced like at the beginning, if you can like throw
Yeah.
some light on that.
Building ZK proofs, building novel cryptographic proofs is really, really, really hard. And it's all research. You know, there's no best practices. No one's done this before. There's no well-trodden path that we can walk down. It's all just trial and error. And we spent a lot of time, literally 3 years, with a
Mm,
decent sized cryptography team within the space and time larger engineering org, researching different ways to effectively optimize ZK proofs for SQL. Think about it. We're indexing data from every major chain and we're collecting every event, every transaction, every smart contract, every block, every NFT mint, and we're
mm,
collecting that into this network that then feeds that data into a ZK prover, an engine that can actually answer questions and prove the answers. That is not easy to do. So we really struggled in the early days with coming up with the right architecture for how to do this quickly, because people don't wait, you know, 30 blocks for a chain link answer. They get their chain link answer next block. And they expect that. They expect low latency, high performance, not like, hey, I can wait 5 minutes for the answer to my question, or I can wait, 5 hours for ZK proof. So we had to build the first ever sub-second ZK proof. And that was hard. Like it was 3 years of trial and error.
okay. Yeah, that seems to be like quite challenging that you guys have already faced. I think like you guys are out of it and doing wonderful job now. Yeah.
Yeah, we launched the first sub-second ZK prover in open source earlier
Yeah,
this
yeah.
year. We're
Yeah, I've
really
read.
excited.
Yeah, I've read
Yeah.
about that. And also like the term like proof of SQL. So I would really love to know like more about that, and also like why it's only SQL, like why you haven't done on NoSQL, like a non-relational database as well, or is it only limited to SQL as of now? Like any reasons behind that?
Very good question. It's it's not really about SQL versus no SQL. It's
Mm-hmm.
about the types of data processing that needs to be done. Whether you're MongoDB with a NoSQL database or PostgreSQL with
Yeah.
standard SQL, at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, what are you really doing when processing data? You're retrieving data from a table, you're filtering on certain keys and values, you're sorting data, you're running aggregations. Hey, show me the total number of XYZ. Show me the total. Show me the max. Show me the average. Think about what Chainlink does all day. Find me the
Yeah.
average price of Avalanche token across the ecosystem, across these 12 centralized exchanges and 10 DeFi exchanges, right? Like MongoDB in a NoSQL database has to aggregate data constantly. Show me the total
Mm-hmm.
number of Twitter posts. What SQL does the same thing. We believe that SQL is
Okay.
just a bit more expressive, right? It's a very expressive language. It's Turing complete, and developers are familiar with it. So why not focus there? It's fast, it's
Hmm.
efficient, and there's plenty of other great teams in the space, very high quality cryptography teams building kind of arbitrary ZKVMs for arbitrary Rust code. Like if you want to write like a DeFi calculation, you don't want to do that with SQL, right? SQL is great
Hmm.
for processing large amounts of data. Find me Scott's wallet and show me the total volume of loans Scott has paid off on chain. That's a perfect question to answer with SQL. But if you want to write like some Black Scholes DeFi calculation, there's plenty of other teams like Risk Zero, Succinct, that are building these awesome ZKVMs for arbitrary computations.
Okay. Yeah, I think like that's
Chainlink functions, that's another example. Like Chainlink functions is the perfect place to run just arbitrary JavaScript. Make an
hmm.
API call, get back the answer, do some calculations on the answer in JavaScript. That's what Chainlink functions is for. What space and time
Okay.
is for is processing large amounts of data, sort through the entire chain history, find every one of Scott's transactions and aggregate them.
Okay. So like you guys basically like fetch data through like events and all, like the events triggered through smart contracts, right?
Yeah, and we
Okay.
have a really cool user interface where you can just type in your contract address, and we build new tables in the database
Oh,
of all your events.
okay, okay. Yeah, that's quite fascinating. And also like how are you like how have you guys integrated like AI into your like space and time basically?
Yeah, that's all we do. That's our focus right now.
Okay.
Besides, of course, cryptography first, AI second. Um,
Okay.
So we started in early 2023. We partnered with Microsoft, and our team plus Microsoft's Azure AI Lab
Hmm.
co-engineered a very mature AI to SQL kind of prompt to SQL studio where developers could just ask a natural language question. Hey, show me all Chainlink CCIP validators that are earning rewards today and aggregate their total rewards. Show me all wallets that have done at least $1 million of volume this week and their P&L. Like kind of ask these questions in natural language, and then that gets translated to a SQL statement. We
Okay.
also deliver data to a lot of AI agents, right? Like there's a lot of teams. A great example is like Theoric, another
Hmm.
build partner,
Okay.
formerly known as ChainML. They're an awesome team building very mature AI agents. We deliver the data to their agents. So like if they build an AI agent that assists, if they build, for example, a chatbot that assists you with meme coin trading, they're going to need data from us about like meme coin activity on chain right now. So we power these AI agents by delivering them real-time cryptographically guaranteed data. And of course, we have our own AI agents that improve our developer experience.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that sounds cool. And also like the name like space and time like is basically quite catchy, and I think it throws some light on like astrophysics kind of thing. So like any specific reason like why you have guys like chosen that name?
Yeah, we in the early days there was like a lot of teams, Cosmos, Celestia,
Oh,
a
okay.
lot of planetary themes,
Uh-huh.
and we wanted
Got
to
you.
align to that. Crypto loves planets and space, and.
Okay.
And then we were thinking, all right, the space of storage in the database and the time it takes to deliver a query, it's kind of a play on
Hmm.
like what we do, right? We store the data, we have the space, and we deliver it sub-second with extremely low time. And so it's kind of a journey through space and time. It's just it's a fun way to describe the
Yeah.
network.
Yeah, and like that sounds really cool too, like space and time. And
Yeah, we
like
love it. It's
yeah,
a funny.
definitely.
I don't know if you can hear me, but
Yeah, yeah, I can, I
um,
can.
a funny story really quick is like when
Sure.
we first kind of set out to fundraise and build this network,
Mm-hmm.
one investor that did actually invest said, I love what you're building, but you got to change the name. And this is
Oh,
like an elderly gentleman. He
okay.
said, I love what you're doing, but I don't like the name. You have to change the name. And one of his interns was on the call, and he goes, no, 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 don't change the name. It's awesome.
Oh,
To like his
okay.
boss.
Okay, okay. So like the old age people like don't like the name. You are saying that.
Yeah, but the intern
Okay.
loved it. So I was like, well, I'm going to
Oh.
listen to your intern.
So like yeah, I think he wasn't aware that like he wasn't on mute or something like that. He thought that like he was speaking on
No,
mute.
he was No, he was just bold.
Oh, okay. That's funny. And also like I think like last for last, like I would like to know about like evolution of space and time from the past to the present and like what does the future hold according to you? Yeah.
Yeah, so we focused exclusively for a long time on just getting a very mature indexing data set, like indexing a lot, collecting a lot of data from every major chain,
Mm-hmm.
delivering it via SQL queries, and ZK proving that, of course. Um, and we've arrived. We're launching testnet of our network in November.
Okay.
We've already open sourced our ZK prover, and it's sub-second, and we're proud of it. And so everything over the last 3 years was just getting to a mature, ready to go end-to-end network that has all the data, has the AI experience on top, and can optionally ZK prove the answers to the data whenever needed. So now going forward, we're taking it a step further. We are kind of co-engineering with Microsoft a sort of like an AI studio for building Web3 apps and deploying them to the chain. Data-driven apps, apps that are sophisticated with a lot of data from the chain and have
Mm.
smart contracts that call space and time, call Chainlink, and get more data. Think about generating smart contracts that need data from space and time in Chainlink. Think about the front end, the web app interface on top of those smart contracts that has a lot of dashboards and charts and analytics about the events emitted by those smart contracts. All of
Mm.
that can be generated. And I'm not saying anytime soon, I'm not saying like tomorrow, but definitely next year. And we've begun a lot of hard work to get there because what we want to do is just at the end of the day, give developers the best, easiest, fastest experience to consume all of our data.
Oh, that's really cool. Okay. So like I think like on that note, I really wish like the best and a bright future for you as well as for space and time. And like it's really nice catching up with you and to know a lot about you as well as space and time. Yeah,
Yeah, it's been great, and shouts out to the Marines and the Chainlink Labs team. They've been so supportive and been such a big partner for us through this journey. Nothing but respect for that team, right? So
great.
I'm a Link bag holder myself. I'm a big fan. Love you guys.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, bye. Have a great day.
Take care, guys.
Bye. So, I hope you guys have found the video quite insightful as Scott has shared a ton of valuable information related to the tech behind space and time, their future scope, and what they guys are currently doing in terms of AI integration and whatnot. So, I'll be sharing the links of space and time as well as the profile of Scott in the description down below so you guys can follow him so as to stay tuned with any future updates or announcements. I will see you very soon in the third episode of the podcast with a new guest. Till then, take care. Goodbye.
Yeah.